On the dais, we have Kathleen Owuha, Shante Miles, and Coach Darren Park. Same format as at Fullerton. Coach, if we'd ask for you to make an opening statement, then we'll throw it to questions, and we'll have the people identify themselves with the microphone. Coach Park.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate your coverage of us all season long. Congratulations to Hawaii. You saw today why they're Big West regular season champions. Coach Beeman does a great job. You saw why she was Coach of the Year this year. They play hard. They're incredibly physical. And they just don't have many weaknesses. So with that being said, I'm so incredibly proud of this team, these student athletes, these seniors, and especially these two that are sitting up here with me today. It was an amazing week of basketball for this group. We talked about playing our best basketball in March, and that we talked about that all season long. And I think, without a doubt, I can say we played our best basketball this week. It was an amazing upset against a really good Riverside team, an amazing upset against a really good Cal Poly team. And, you know, we had the lead, I think, with under 10 minutes to go today. We just ran out of gas a little, but I love these guys. So proud to be their coach, so proud that I had a chance to be with them for 2 years. And they're leaving a great legacy here at Cal State Fullerton. And the future's very, very bright, thanks to young ladies like these two.
Questions?
Abby Mastracco, Big West Conference. Coach, what was said in the locker room at the second half, because you guys came out on fire right after that?
You know, I told them, actually, I thought we played a really good first half. We were very upbeat. We were very positive about what we had done. Hawaii just made a bunch of shots that they don't typically make. So we talked about if they were going to keep making threes in the second half, it was going to be a long day. But, you know, we talked about the fact that we were down 15 points with 12 minutes to go, and we had already cut that lead in half, and we were down 7 at halftime. So we just talked about continuing to fight, continuing to chip away. And we said if we can cut it to 7 by halftime, I bet we can tie it by the 10-minute mark. And sure enough, these kids believed, and we did.
You guys have, for either one of you, you guys have played in a couple really physical games already this week. Did you feel like you were able to match Hawaii's physical presence pretty well, especially coming off that Cal Poly game?
Yeah, I would say that we did. There's a couple box outs that we missed. But other than that, I think that we were going at it back and forth throughout the game with them.
Just one more. What does this say for the program? Is this performance this week? Have you guys turned the corner? You've only been here for 2 seasons. So what is this really? What do you want people to think of your program now, seeing them come out of this week?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I want everybody to see the energy and the effort and the enthusiasm that we play with. You know, and that's been constant this whole season. It just now, because it was a tournament and because there's a lot of TV cameras now, a lot of people got to see it. So each season's different. I don't know what next year will bring, but I'm so incredibly proud of what we did accomplish this year. We had some rough spots, you know, and we had some weeks where I didn't know if the sun was going to come up, and sure enough, it did every time. And so since it came up, we kept going to work, and we kept battling, and we kept trying to become better basketball players individually, and we tried to become a better basketball team. And by the end of the season, we did that. So if next year our kids can learn to do that sooner, then maybe we're not a 7 seed. And that would certainly, you know, that'll be the challenge to us next year, is to see if we can't not have to fight and work so hard to get to the semifinals, because it does take its toll on you.
Coach Park, Brian McInnes at the Star Advertiser newspaper. I was hoping your assessment, seeing Hawaii now 3 times this season, and just what your overall takeaway from that team was.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, I give them a lot of credit. We make our living as coaches trying to find weaknesses and trying to game plan to take away strengths, and it's really hard to do with a team like that. You know, I feel like I know them very well. I feel like I know Shauna very well because when I was at La Tech, she was playing. We were in the WAC, so I've seen her. You know, in my dreams, I've seen her. So, you know, they're a great team. They had an incredible desire today to get to the championship game, and that's something that we're going to try to emulate. So. They're really good. I wish them all the success in the world. I told Coach Beeman afterwards, you know, I told her if we can't be champions, I want to lose to the champion. So I hope they can go win this sucker tomorrow so we can have that consolation.
Are you optimistic with the future of the program, seeing that you're losing four seniors?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this has been an interesting couple of years because, you know, when I took over 2 years ago, we didn't have any scholarships to use. So, you know, we inherited a team, and that can be good and that can be bad. And I think we made it good. You know, we met early with them and we talked about the dynamic that we were going to create here and the non-negotiables that we were going to have. And these kids bought into it. They were hungry for it. You know, their eyes would light up when we would talk about it. So given that foundation, now you add, this year we were able to add a few of our recruits, and then next year we're going to add even more. You know, we're going to be at the point now where next year it's pretty much going to be kids that I've recruited. We're really excited about the future, but we wouldn't be half as excited if these kids didn't lay the foundation for them. So our job's going to be a lot easier next year because of the non-negotiables and the way to run this program that these kids have bought into.
Olivia from the Big West. Earlier this week, Coach, you mentioned that your team could either give in to being tired, give in to their bodies, or get excited about playing the next day. Can you talk to your team's energy this week, and then players if you want to jump in on that as well?
Yeah, I'll start, and then you guys can add in. I thought we were pretty fresh today, especially early. We might have been too excited to play. You know, our game plan to start was to try to get up and down a little bit and really try to make the tempo fast. And we wouldn't have had that as a game plan if I didn't think we were fresh enough to compete. So I don't know if that cost us at, you know, the 8-minute mark or not. I'd have to look at the film, but we felt like that was going to give us the best chance to try to compete with Hawaii because they're just so good in the half-court defense. They're so hard to execute against. So we did everything we could to try to be fresh. I don't know, guys. Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely
so,
works. You know, Kat and I and Taylor, we're all banged up, and it didn't really matter. You know, we had nothing to lose. We had to just go in there and play hard, and that's what we did for the whole week. And I couldn't be proud.
Prouder.
Prouder. Even more proud.
Like what Shantae said, yeah, we had people on the team that were banged up, you know, bruised, you know, achy, shoulder, knees, anything like that. But we, as a team, we just decided to like push that out of our heads, and we were gonna play on the team, and we were gonna play together, and we're gonna go out and give it our all. And I think that we were fresh enough because in our mindsets were that we were fresh. So.
No one else? I think we're done. Coach, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.